Today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, this is Madden NFL 21. We'll see Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders. Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked by Nba2k. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
On the keeper.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Now the throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 16 yards. First down.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Working from the gun, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
Mahomes pass intercepted. Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 39, Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chiefs, nothing.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
Corey Littleton on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He's got a 1st down past the 30. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
Taken down.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it.
And this is caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 59 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 13-7.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he stopped immediately there.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
The line of scrimmage.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. It's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Jalen Richard now on the return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36.
Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They go play action here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And he's got this down to the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Third down.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rashad Bateman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First down 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. He will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. Here comes Richard on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32.
Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. On the ground, Jacobs will get the 3rd quarter started. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. We'll give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Carr able to find Ruggs. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 49 yards. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7.
That makes the score.
They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play sign where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
There on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 29, Mahomes. He'll have a first down past the 40. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Down the middle of the field, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 25.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. And here's Edwards-Helaire. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Raiders.
They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Raiders 21.
line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Now Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. That's into the hands of Edwards. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run it with Jacobs. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. One more time with Jacobs. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
3rd and goal.
They'll run with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs in the final minute. And the Raiders have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Back to throw, Carr. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more.
Raiders 29.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will make it into the end zone. And he is out of bounds.